सच्चे बोल लिखे ने जी सच्चे बोल लिखे ने जी पिंदी बोल लिखे ने सोना मुखड़ा हाय नी सोना मुखड़ा हाय नी सोना मुखड़ा ईद दा चाननी चानण खिलार गया तेरा साडे वल चोरी चोरी तकना नी मित्रा नू मार गया तेरा साडे वल चोरी चोरी तकना नी मित्रा नू मार गया नी सज्जणा नू मार गया नी मित्रा नू मार गया नी सज्जणा नू मार गया सोनिया
Asian Style 101.6 FM. That was, of course, the one and only the Dark MC featuring Angel, and you've got the powerful vocals of
Jaswinder Dagamia.
Oh, Jaswinder Dagamia MC. Dark MC, welcome to the show.
You're losing the plot today.
No, it's good to have you on, and good you came early with your associate as well.
Yeah, my cousin.
And yeah, you brought your whole entourage with you as well to the Asian Star building.
That's right.
How's life been for you so far since you dropped your first album, which was in 2007, which was called It's Getting Dark in Here? How's life been for you so far since then?
Yeah, it's been, I mean, that's been wicked as well, because that kind of put me on the, you know, on the stepping stone, because Dushmani was a massive, massive track. I think people were saying it's one of the biggest tracks of that year, you know what I mean? So it's been really, really good. It's been a good progression for myself, must say, yeah.
How young were you when you entered the world of music? Because lots of, I mean, I'm sure you've been out to gigs and clubs and events, and you probably have loads of youngsters, oh, you know, I want to do what he's doing, I want to do music. How young were you when you started music?
When I got into my first track, I think I was 18 years old. But I was doing it before then, but it was just like hobbies here and there. But my first ever track, I was about 18.
What was your first ever track? Did it ever get released?
Yeah, it did. Billy Akia and Jazz Verdi's album called It Has Begun, and that made
Billy Akia.
Billy Akia.
I'm gonna Google that when I go home.
Yeah, you should hear my voice in that track.
Are you singing in there?
I'm emceeing on it.
emceeing in there. Okay. Well, because you're an MC, it's Dark MC. How did you get your name, Dark MC? Because looking at you right now, you're quite good at chitta.
Sorry, can there. So, basically, what it was, dark is like a slang word for what they say now is sick. So back in the day,
that's dark.
Every time I used to grab the microphone, or I was in the park, especially with my friends or something, and they used to keep saying, "Oh, you're a dark MC, you're a dark MC." So my cousin Jazz Verdi, he was doing his album then. He's like, "Look, what's your MC name?" And it just kind of blurted out. I go, "Dark MC."
Really?
We made a whole list of names, and I think that one kind of stuck by. He goes, "Listen, your name is Dark MC now." So it kind of came about.
So what do your friends call you? Like your friend sitting next to you? Do you call what does he call you? Does he call you by your proper name, which is your proper name?
Yeah, I mean, some people actually call me Dark. I know it's so funny because I'm good, but I'm kind of used to it. Obviously, some of my mates call me Sam and that.
Yeah,
my real name is Samit, so people call me Sam. But a lot of people call me Dark, so I'm kind of used to it now.
Dark.
Even
it's
though
getting dark in there.
Yeah, it's getting dark in it.
In fact, it's really funny. On my Facebook wall yesterday, in fact, on my Facebook status yesterday, I put, tune into the Asian Style Drive Time Show at 6 o'clock. Well, I've got the Dark MC in the studio. And someone left a message saying, make sure you turn the lights on. I thought that was quite funny, actually.
So, you know what? I get a lot of jokes like that, so it's just...
Do you ever get fed up of all these dark jokes? Or do you just go with it?
I get fed up with one question.
Yeah.
Why do you call yourself Dark MC?
Ooh,
I get that all the time.
We know now.
Yeah,
we know now.
No, luckily you don't know now, but I get that often, but I'm kind of used to it now, so I don't blame him.
You've grown with the name as well, so
Yeah.
So your debut album, it was called "It's Getting Dark in Here," which is back in 2007.
Yep.
Now that was released on the Soundpop record label.
Yep.
And you're now on one of the biggest record labels. That's Moviebox.
Yeah.
Okay, what happened there? Why did you switch from Soundpop to Moviebox?
I mean, I thought I was looking out for my career, you see, because I wanted to progress into, a bigger artist, as you say. I want to work with, all the biggest singers in the game, and the only way I can do that if I go with the biggest people in the game.
Sure.
So, it's kind of logical for me to go to Moviebox where I can work with, some of their artists, and they've got the biggest artists.
They've got the biggest artists ever.
Yeah, so I'm hoping, I will be working with a lot of their big artists in the future. So, they're pretty happy with what I've done with this album, so let's see what happens.
Talking about your current album, we just kicked off the final hour of today's Drive Time Show. Jodi Takana, a great song, great production on that song as well. Right, let's talk about your album.
Yep.
The making of the album is called Incisive.
That's right.
Okay, what's your favourite track on the album? Is it Jodi Takana?
I think, yeah, it has to be that one. Because you know what? We spent the most time on that track. That track took about 43 outtakes.
43 outtakes?
Some people just do 3 or 4 outtakes. That took 43 outtakes to get right.
So what does that mean? That song took 43 outtakes?
We had to do it about 43 times to get the sound right.
Oh.
You know, so because my idea was, you know, for my first album, Dushmi, the club mix, I wanted that sound with a traditional sound. And I wanted it kind of merged together. So that was the hard part, getting it merged together with a traditional sound as well. So that's why it took a long time. You know, Angel worked very hard on that track as well, you know, working on the sounds. I had to just, you know, clean the sounds up so it doesn't clash or, you know, distort or anything like that. So it was hard work. So that has to be my favourite track because the most time was spent on that track.
So tell us about how many tracks on the album, and the album's called Incisive. How many tracks on the album?
Oh, God, I forgot now. I think about 10, 11.
10-track album, is it?
I mean, 10, 11 tracks. Oh, God. I totally forgot. I think around about that number, yeah.
If you're struggling with that question, mate,
man.
we've got the quick fire round to come in about 15 to 20 minutes time. Now,
God help me.
you've had great recognition over the past few months since your album's been dropped. What's the response been like? You must have phone calls flooding in, bookings flooding in. It must be quite overwhelming as well with all the love that you've been getting as well.
I am really overwhelmed. I mean, it's not just this country, around the world. People like in Malaysia, India, Canada, Australia. I can name other countries, you know, even Amsterdam. People are saying, you know, we really like your track. So it showed that my music has gone around the world. And, you know, for me, I like to stay focused. So I'm not going to get boosted and say, yeah, I made it. I just want to keep going and just do as well as I can. But I'm really happy with the reaction. You know, I didn't expect this, so things are going good, man.
Okay, that's the Dark MC. We're going to carry on talking to him. We're going to have another listen to one of your songs from your current album. It's called Punjabi Aande Tol Vajde. Shall we have a listen to it?
Yeah, my uncle sang this.
Oh, your uncle sang it?
Big up Babu, might be listening in Slough. He's in Slough as well.
Okay, then big up Dark MC's uncle.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in a few moments' time.
Asian Star 101.6 FM.
Now kick in a funky beat.
This is Deepa on Asian Star 101.6 FM.
And it's a drive time show. Right here with me in the studio, I've got the Dark MC. Welcome back, Dark MC.
Hello.
How you doing? You all right?
All good, all good.
Now, you joined the Asian music scene when you were about 18, you said.
Yeah.
Right. Now, what made you want to become an MC? Because normally when people are young, they want to be a DJ or a producer, you know, have like a set of turntables in the bedroom. But you want to be an MC. Is that because you're quite talkative or something, or you're just good on the mic?
I don't know. It just happened. I think it was in the crowd that I was in, because some of them were MCing and stuff. And I kind of like joined in. All right, I wasn't great. I was trying to match words that rhymed and stuff. But then every time I kept doing it, I was getting better and better. And then it was just people there was saying, oh, you're wicked, you're wicked. So
You're dark, you're dark.
Yeah, you're dark, you're dark. They're saying you're dark, you're dark. So obviously, you know, after that, I thought, you know, hang on. You know, I should, you know, give this a go and that. But before the MCing, I was actually into a lot of the Dole playing. I was the youngest Dole player to play in Dole Foundation when they started.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Dole Foundation? I can't even carry a Dole, let alone play it.
I used to have a really small one.
That's a little dolly.
Yeah, I used to have that as well. You know, I still got it at home. So
Okay.
I'll send it to you. Don't worry. You can start learning. You might be able to pick that one up.
Oh, the little dolly.
Yeah.
Okay. So you started playing the Dole. Do you play any other instruments? Is it important for an artist to learn to play instruments and music?
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, you should have a good knowledge, and you know, playing your own instruments is just a wicked feeling. You know what I mean? Because then you can say, yeah, you know, I played that. You know, I played that melody. I played that beat. So I think it is important to play something at least, innit? You know?
Yeah. So, is it true that in one of your songs you play the Dole?
Yeah, all of them.
In all your songs, you play the Dole. So, Geordie Takana, every single song you play the Dole.
All of them.
Have you mastered the tumbi yet? That's really
Nah.
fast. My finger would break.
All string. I'm useless at string instruments.
Guitar.
I leave that. No strings. No strings.
don't like
for me.
strings?
I call in the professionals. Say, you know, play this sort of melody, and that's it. My job's done with the strings, man. So,
Okay.
But one day I like to learn.
Okay.
Definitely like to learn.
Now, you said earlier on, about 5 minutes back, you said that your uncle sung a song on your album called Incisive. How did that happen? How did you get your uncle roped in?
I mean, my dad used to be in a band called
Ooh.
Baris. And
Baris.
Yeah, he was a keyboard and a bass guitar player in the band. And my uncle was the lead singer. So some people out there, the old school people will probably remember them, you know, Extra Hot 6 and all that. So,
Yeah.
you know, obviously my uncle was like, you know, we should do a track together. I'm like, so I kept hassling. I go, let's do a track. Because
How old were you at that time then when you said let's do a track?
this was about a couple of years ago.
Oh, just
Yeah, but-
recently then.
Yeah, just recently. I mean, I was the one who's bugging him because there was a track called Punjabi on the Tol Vajda. That was this one in the album is a remake.
Okay.
So he actually had that in one of his albums, and that was one of my favorite songs he's done. So I said, Uncle, you have to give me this track. You got to sing it. And he, you know, he decided to sing it for me. So thanks, Uncle.